Alright, this is Town Dog. I'm on Steam's, got a server set up on Steam on Free Play, and I'm fixing to do a live stream from Chattanoopa, from Fayetteville, Arkansas to Fayetteville. I'm going to be trying to fly VOR all the way. I'll be leaving here trying to find Memphis VOR. Once I get Memphis, I'll go Memphis to Nashville, Nashville to Chattanooga. Use the VOR to find it, and ILS to land. I'm in my little Stearman, equipped for flying any kind of flight I want to fly, so there's no worry about it not being able to do it. So I better start. I'm gonna do it on VA, so I better start a flight. I've already got the flight picked out, so it shouldn't be any problem to find. Drake and Fayetteville to Chattanooga Love Field. All right, I'm gonna be flying about 35. Let's make it 4,000 feet, 4,500. 4,500 feet, VOR to VOR. I've got it listed as Tommy Hawk because this plane is not listed in the list. And that's just the way it goes. Sometimes they're not. I could add it, but I'm not going to. At this point, I'm just going to flight has been started. So now all I got to do is put it in the air. Let's see if we can get it in the air from here. It's raining, so it's open cockpit. Probably not going to be that much fun. It'll be fun to me, but not in real life. It'd be total murder. Okay. Here we go. I don't need a full air runway because this thing will take off in 200 feet. I've got all the instruments I could possibly want in it, so it'll fly ILS, VOR, autopilot, auto throttle, no problem. This is one of my put-togethers, and see, I'm on multiplayer. There's somebody out there. I cannot broadcast to them, tell them what's going on, but all I can do is take off. I could get on the chat, but I just let them figure it out for themselves. Me being the host, they'll figure out right quick I'm gone. And if anybody pops in behind the host, it'll be where I am anyway. Let's see if that right there works. Start climbing now. And I said 4,500. Come on, start climbing. We're pretty high altitude here starting out. 4,500. Let's get that direction for now. And I'll set the airspeed at 140. 120. This is going to be a pretty long flight for this little place. I'll set this down to 120. I don't want to push it too hard. It's full of fuel. Shouldn't be a problem there. Well, 120. My heading ought to be somewhere east, possibly 90, 100, 110. Just a wild guess. I don't really know. It's got a good strong VOR method. It won't be hard to find. Go to 110. It'll be just off that. Should work good enough. Come around to 110. I don't know what I need, but I'll find it. Ain't no big deal there. That's enough right there. Let's bring my radio stack up. And Memphis VOR is 11750. It won't come on right away, I don't think. I'm out of range of it. Believe. I was going to use Walter Ridge, but the way I got the flight set up, I can't get to the map, and I don't know the VOR. I've got a book that's not in it either, so well, that's the way it goes. There's that right there, put it up, and just to be able to tell I know where I'm looking at, I put, that ain't what I wanted. That might have been a good sight, but that wasn't what I wanted. Anyway, now, let's go back to where I was at. I want that right there, what I want. Now, on my radio stack back up, and I'll put it on this one over here also. Put it in that and in now too. There we go, both the same. And I know that Nashville is 11410. I know that. So we'll get back over on it. next. Once we get this, we'll get that. We'll be able to get that right out of Memphis, I'm sure. I picked it up for south of Memphis. All right, we'll get them once we get out toward Memphis. Let's get in the cockpit a few minutes. There's my well-equipped cockpit. I won't need this because I got one in the cockpit. I won't need this because I got one in the cockpit. And I won't need this. I got one in the cockpit too. That's just for outside flying. Now we're headed out on a heading of, it says right here we're going heading of 110. East is 90, 20 degrees south. That ought to be enough at least to pick it up. I don't have no real idea where it's at, but we're going to find out. I like flying this little plane around a little bit. I'm still doing Tennessee Hop Day. It's from Fayetteville, Arkansas to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Could take a few hours. I could tell you how far it is. I could do that. I don't use the GPS to fly by, but I can show you to tell how far it is. The ICAO is KCHA. Love field right there. Now it's 438 miles at 120 knots. You're looking at 4 hours. So, give or take a little. And I'm going a long way around by going through Memphis. But I don't know. I'm not going to use the GPS to get me there. It's only logged in for what I use the GPS for. Usually sometimes to tell how far it is and to tell when I got terrain in my way. Because mine shows me my terrain. Right there. As long as it's green, I'm in good for height. Once it starts turning yellow and red, it gets risky. Red is really risky. And right there is normal, and that right there is regular terrain. I see I got another plane back there with me. I got blips on mine for other planes. There's a blip right there. I hadn't been having them here lately either. They're going away and he's in here, they're coming back. I don't know if it's a network problem or what. But anyway, that's going to be a long flight. And it's a live stream. I just don't know how well it's going to stream. Can't check it till I get through, so that's the way it goes. I won't have to upload it, so when I get through it won't be long. After I get through it'll be up. I hope it's viewable. I've been working on OBS several hours. I ain't accomplished a whole lot of nothing. Looked like the live stream might have been livable, so we'll just wait and see. The games I was trying to live stream had a little problem, but this one won't be quite as bad, probably because this is not as much straight movement. This should do pretty good. A lot of the movement here is slow and it's real slow. Takes time, gets time to refocus itself. I don't know. I hadn't been able to get the settings where I want them. I keep changing and nothing gets any much better. It gets worse, but not better. I've got videos on it. I've got instructions on it. And still don't know what I'm doing. All right, let's see what we got here. We got enough fuel to go 587 miles as we go. It's not a lot of fuel extra, but it's enough. And we're up to 4,500. I don't know what. I guess the wind is. The temperature is 53 degrees. If I'll set that right there when Memphis comes on, it'll tell me it's on. Plus, that'll light up with mileage as soon as it comes on. I shouldn't be more than 250 miles out of Memphis, I think. So it should be on within the next 30 minutes or so. You see if there's anybody out there following me around. A lot of times these people will follow you. just cause you're there. I think that's what they're doing right there. Now, he don't know I'm recording. I wish he did, but he don't. I can't show him or tell him. The chat would. He probably wouldn't read it if I put it on there. Mr. Joe. At least we only got one. We don't have a dozen, so hopefully he won't interfere with our flight. Try to fly over me and doesn't run into me. I don't have crashes on, so he can't crash me. But I don't like people to fly through my plane. If you want to get kicked out of my session, you just start doing that, you will be kicked. And I'll sit and kick you all night long. That's what it takes. Tea glass about empty, so it needs a trip to the kitchen here in a little bit. At least this plane here will fly itself. If I fall asleep, it won't crash unless my head hits the joystick. But like I say, we're on outside the plane. I can use those right there for navigation. That tells me when distance when it comes on. I'll be flying, like say, out of something like that right there, out of Memphis. 097, I think, is pretty close. Carry me up through there. Come to the nudge then. I just thought I'd try to stream this tonight. I could have set up a private server, definitely been by myself. The people usually fly with me, they're all out doing something else tonight, so I guess I'll just try to do a live stream right across here. Some content for the YouTube and chance to make a flight also on VA flight. Or somebody just spawned into a 747 near the host, airport nearest the host. That's it, right there, Grand Strip. He got himself a job getting that 747 out of there. He can't do it unless he cheats. You go out through the woods about 5 miles, he might get off the ground. If that's a 747, that's what I got substituted at. That's what the computer said he had. He left too on kind of it. He seen he wasn't going to make it. So I still got that in the back yonder. Mr. Joe, he got him a Cessna. He probably can't keep up to that Cessna, to be honest with you. I was 210. I think I said 220. That's wrong. Here was 10, here was 20, right here. Airspeed, right there as we go. Mr. Joe decided he'd drop out too. Maybe go change planes. That's 10 there. And we're looking for ILS. The GPS is off, so ILS will come on. If not, this one will still come on. So if I had that button there wrong, that wouldn't come on, but this one will. That's the reason I use both. This will tell me where the airport is, and this will tell me what direction I need to enter the airport when I set it up. This will be on 200. Oh, there goes a 737. Okay. Okay.
2,500. 2,500.
I'm at 45. He's saying 25. The mountains are 2,000 feet tall. Arkansas don't have big mountains, but they got quite a few of them. The other one's joined. With me moving, they'll be joining in different places. unless they choose a place of their own. Raining on me. It don't take long to get quite a few in here. We've been flying joint air pistols till this. On kind of, we still got people using box. If you use a box version, you can't join Steam multiplayer. So we use joint air pistol so we can fly multiplayer in single player mode. Pretty good little deal. It works decent. I'm running this server right now, and I run the node also. In fact, the node's up right now. If I click myself into the node, it'll put a shuttle plane on me, and I don't want to do that. But it's up there. The nodes are running right now. It's in my machine. The network's up, so I've got a server created over also. But I don't know if I can get in. Not buying it. I'm not sure. Right there at OBS running, so it's doing a live stream on. I might hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button on record instead of live stream. It don't really matter for that matter. Guess I can look and see. Come on, give me a picture. Oh, fiddle. Cancel that. It's already launched and running. Should come up where I can see it, but it won't. That's alright. I thought I was pointing that right there to give me a hint page, but it won't. So I really can't check it. Oh. Stop. It's recording. It's not live streaming. That's my mistake. I meant to click live stream. I hit the wrong button. I'm not going to change now. I'll just let it go. In fact, I'd just rather have a good recording of it. It just takes a long time to upload it. This 4 hours, it'll be a large file. Probably about 3.5 gig or 4. A little sun reflection. This is an early morning flight. Take that autopilot down where I can see. Yeah, somebody followed me there. I hope they don't fly too close to me. Or try to aggravate me. He left. That was the guy right back there, I believe. Just see him. Yep, he's gone. Still 1 or 2 in here. I need to put up a post. TeamSpeak that we talk on. Anybody's welcome. We fly FSX TS server HQ.com. I'll put it up. If anybody wants to read it and make their way to it in here, they can. So far, nobody has done it, but I've posted it about every time I've been in here. At least you have to post it pretty regular because people comes in, the new people can't see what the post is. You have to repost it. It's gonna be a long flight. Clouds left right on the ground over there. I hope he don't mess with me. A lot of times I come behind it, I could be flying through you or something. He won't do it but about once or twice, and I'll solve the problem. I wish I could warn him, but I really can't unless I put it on chat, but I can do that. I don't leave that up. Don't leave that up. That's where I copied that message off of earlier on clipboard. Check to see. Cruising. 4,500 feet, doing 136 knots. That's what the card said I was doing. Smart cars. Close this bag up. I won't be able to chew on these Cheetos and mic on the talking to people. That wouldn't work too good. Crunch, crunch, crunch. I can drink tea a little bit though. Go be another glass of tea in a minute. Might eat a little cup of Jello with fruit in it. That's good. That won't make a lot of racket. Well,
2,500.
all right, another 2,000 foot mountain under me. Just tip the top of one then. He says it twice, and probably the front side, back side is a little taller than that.
2,500.
Like that right there is probably the back side. Up one side, down the other. It reads at that altitude when it gets there. Keep saying I'm gonna turn them off, but I hadn't done it. Just leave in the 150, 40 where it landed. It helps you when you know where you're at on the ground. That 10 helps a lot. Feel all our 10, 10, 10.
2,500. 2,500.
Yeah, I know, 2,500. Just keeps talking to me, don't he? There's some terrain out there. You see that little ravine laying down south through there? With all that little ravines out there.
2,500.
That's
2,500.
That looks good.
2,500.
Steam got some pretty fair scenery just to be default. That's what that is. That's default scenery. Running at 3/4 full on the sliders. I would run them all the way open, but the simulator won't take it. My machine will, the simulator won't. You run them all the way open, the simulator will run out of memory on you in a minute. It'll say your machine did, but it really probably didn't. Oh, I see a F-18. It's a Blue Angel, it's that. He ran that mountain down there? He might have. That was him that just left, I do believe. Look around a little bit. Look at that rain passing it. That man wiping water off his goggles right now. Got that big red neck scarf off and wiping water. I saw him try to hold a 5-gallon bucket over his head a while ago, knocked rain off, and he couldn't do it. He blew it out of his hand. Not really. Clouds laying down in the mountains, down in the valleys. That would be foggy if it's all that, man. Tough. But I got, like I say,
2,500.
full gear, so the fog won't hurt me as long as I stay above the ground. A little blink, you know. I think my air conditioner kicked on, caused it. Lights winked a little. We still ain't picked up Memphis. GPS up and see where we at. Oh, that's in the way. That's in the way. That's in the way. Right there. 300 now. Oh yeah, we still a while out of Memphis. Oh, that's Chattanooga though. That's right. Oh, I forgot about that. Memphis is right there. We're on 350 miles range. Memphis is right there. 200. Anytime it'd be coming on. It should be within the next few minutes. That right there should light up. I call it 200 from right me to right along there usually. Not always. Sometimes it's up here, sometimes it's over here, but it'll average somewhere along in there, whatever you got on this. From your plane to the inside of the compass there, right along there. I'm on 200, that's 200 there. Memphis is right at 200. It should come on, but from 200 to 180 it should be on. That's Tennessee, that's Memphis right there. I'm headed a little bit below it, see, for guesswork it ain't too bad. But I'm actually headed a little bit below it. Once it comes on, I can point straight into it. Nashville, the next one's right there, way up there. But I'm not going to point that way from here. I'm going to use my VOR to get there. Make like I don't see that. All I'm using that port to read that right there. Close it. There we go. These mountains look like they're getting taller. Way over the Rockies. Oh, I guess the north end of them. We should have hit that live stream button, but I didn't, so it's alright. I'm not going to start over, just do that. I believe it'll do a fine video as this is something moving slow as this. Even though it's moving fast, the terrain moves slow. Bought my headset and make a racket. Be right back. Give me a glass of tea. Look like them clouds starting to interfere with the flight. I guess that's part of it. Flying right down the opening now, top of that mountain. It really looks good. Just a matter of time. I thought it'd have been on by now. I'm not very high too. That's got everything in the world. These little mountains sitting right there pretty tall. They may be still blocking my signal. If I climb another 2,000 feet, come on much easier, much quicker. But it also takes more fuel to fly up there. All right, let's try that. Little climb to 6,500. Won't hurt anything. I think I got plenty of fuel to do that and get away with it. Get these signals on. Get high enough there, pop on. These mountains are chopping them off. They're blocking us between here and Memphis. They do come on about 200 miles, but only at 10,000 feet and above. Looking over that stuff. There they are. Now I got them. Lost them. See a mountain chop me off again. Got caught them between the cracks of a mountain for a minute. They'll come back on in a minute to stay. They peeped around the mountain there for just a second. See what that said. I didn't even look to see what that said and then come on. That'll work the same thing. But there it is. 145 miles to Memphis. Memphis is 5 degrees to my left. Let's move over that way a little bit. In fact, it don't hurt me pass on the north. Let's go dead east from here. Coming around to the east. Oop, too much. Right there, that'll do. Put Memphis on our right. Nashville will be out there in front of us. We got that and we'll set that one. That's Nashville. We'll apply that till it comes on. And I got Chattanooga down for Chattanooga VOR 11580. We'll use that after we get out that way. We'll go around to the back side, come in on runway 20 on a heading of 200 altitude out to the airport. 682 feet is what I got on my book. We can approach at 4,500 plus 600. 5,500, 6,100. If we're worried about mountains getting away with everything, we approach at 6,100 and get away with it. Come down the glide slope. Back outside a few minutes. Yeah, we got an overcast down there. Still broken, but it's down low altitude clouds. The sun's coming up early in the morning. It's still an early morning flight. I started service at noon at dawn. About 30 minutes after dawn. 3D cockpit. I believe mine holds a little more fuel than 46 gallons. I believe it does. Probably got more than that now. I got 70 gallons now. I can travel 594 miles as for flying. I'm got 70 gallons on board, burning 17 gallons an hour. Wait a minute. That's supposed to have something on that too. That's supposed to have how many gallons I burnt. I burned less than a gallon. I don't believe that. 17 gallons an hour. 70 gallons on board, that's how much you done burnt. How long you can fly without stopping, how far you can fly without stopping. At the speed and with the wind don't change on you, that's subject to change slightly. But I thought that zero would have had. I may have my fuel. It does show burn though, it shows that. So I may have my fuel set on endless, but not intentionally. I just forget to go change it after redone the simulator. As long as that don't say zero right there, you got fuel to work with. But that right there, that surprised me being zero. That should have had at least a couple of gallons on it. There comes the fella back in. Pop it in and out like yo-yos. Mainly checking his machine, see if it'll hold to run the server in. Just had it about 2 weeks, not hardly a month. So far it does what I wanted to do. I hadn't been able to perfect it, but it's probably my fault, not the machine. Got number F-18. Go back to GPS. There's the other plane right there. Memphis. Ripley and Dyersburg. That VOR there was added for me. It don't belong there. It's fictitious. That's my hometown right there. The Flying Irish, little glass strip. We've got a full-size airport there with asphalt, ILS, VOR, two big hangars and a big 737 sitting out there. Little overdone, overkill for that little area. Plus got Walmart and big 51 highway going through Walmart and Home Depot out there and a few other businesses I know of out there that he added in. We're headed to Chattanoopa Love Field right there. We'll be using Nashville VOR along here, and then that one. I think that was low altitude there. I was not sure. This was high. That should give me another 150, 200 mile range. I should pick it up by the time I get along here in Tennessee. Nashville ain't on. Memphis is on. That'd make Nashville another 140 or so. 250 miles, 260 miles or better. There the fog haze laying down that valley. All these valleys got fog in them now, haze. Looks like water. It ain't. There is a lake out there somewhere though. There. Oh no. On the VA, I can't land before I get to where I'm going. I can go down close to the ground, fly around, but I can't. If I touch the ground, I'll lose the flight. As far as this flight, if I mess around much, I'll burn my fuel up. Start to go down and fly around, but if I do, I might not make a flight. Let's see if I can point this thing into Ripley by I could use a VOR and Ripley, but I don't. Well, let me do. I'll do that. I'll use a VOR and Ripley. To get it off the book, though, I think it's right in the book. Hope it is. My book I had made up over the years. I've been working on for many a year. Right there. Brownsville. Ripley, a flying eye. Right there. We got a VOR on it of 108.40. So it says. So let's see. There she is right there. Let's do a little sweep over. Do a little sweep over Ripley. We cut that thing off. We'll go back to that. As long as we head to Ripley, we still head the right direction. In fact, it's exactly where we was headed. I didn't even know that. That green arrow said we headed straight to it right now. 114 miles out. We'll swoop over and take a look. The scenery was built from Google Earth map with 3D Google Earth map and all the other stuff added to it by Vince D. And even added my little home, a little block away from the airport. Get down quick enough, I might be able to fly over that too. But I don't want to touch the ground and lose the flight. I think we do that without losing too much fuel. Plus from there on in, 2,500 feet will clear you. $3,000 up next to Chattanoopa, maybe 3,500. Rebel 204. Get back in here. I'll do this again. The newcomers can't see it. They have to. Nobody in the server but me. Well, we got one AFK Razor. Dude, he's away also. Okay. Back to the airplane. And we've also got a Discord channel, which we only use it for backup, really. If it fails, we can change, but we're trying to find out why. A lot of haze around here in low land. Go down around Ripley, might not be able to see the ground. Maybe a good thing we do have all this equipment to land in Chattanooga. Looks like we're going to need it when we get there. I said it, real world weather, 15-minute updates. This is a little more real world weather. It ain't that bad around here, really. It's cheating a little. It always does. I don't have any weather programmed other than what the FSX got. Very little extra scenery. I got the little airport at home. I got about 5 other airports. That's all the scenery I got. Airports that have been changed over the years, I put them back by finding add-on scenery. one being Magpeel. They took it plumb out of service, made a park out of it. I put it back in my surf simulator. I plan on flying down close to the airport. If it gets too bad, I might not. Well, as long as they're above 1,000 feet, you ain't gonna touch nothing. But weather looks sort of unstable around here. I swear it does. The air conditioner running in the background. Once we get out of these mountains in Arkansas, we can get down to about 2,500 till we pass Ripley at least. Out toward Nashville, we need to be back up about 25, 3,000. Down toward Chattanooga, maybe 35, 4,000. Stay clear of the mountains. They ain't tall, but they're out there. See, we're leaving that string of mountains right there now. From here onto the river, one little crawler's ridge right there. So I was told, I don't know that myself. Mr. Razor lives in that area and he knows that area. Probably Wynn right there, probably. We got a little airport on Wynn's been rebuilt too. As long as that green arrow stays at the top, we head straight to that VOR. 98 miles away. It's going to be a long, slow flight. That's all right. Plane just had his annual. It's going to make it. Took it all the way down, cleaned it up, put it back together, and ready to go. That big brown engine up on front of the thing just to talking. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7. 7 silvers. Doing this thing. One of them pulled me back where I was at. I guess I was in front of when I done it. Yeah, okay, I forgot about that. Right there. That's my usual way. Now it's haze is lit up a little now. Let's see where we are. Come down. Come on down here to about 2,500. Now we are in the big mountains. So let's make it 3,000 till we get to the river. About the river. Still got a little ridge out there. Pretty high. Keep our heading on that green arrow. Get to fly over Ripley, the big fictitious airport. It and my Walmart building. Fire truck. The airport in Ripley's got a little grass strip. It's got a little house out there. And I had the job of remodeling. I was construction worker carpenter. And I had a contract remodeling that house. It wasn't a little shack house, all it was. They put new siding on it, done some work inside, new roof on it. Spent a few weeks there. And here they got he got a little log cabin sitting over. Let's see where we at. Wrong button. Get this one right here. 96 miles out of Ripley. '86 out of Memphis. Guess that's right. I think I'm on the right one. Memphis is now one, yeah. Memphis, 86 miles. Ripley, 95. I would have thought it'd been the other way around. Well, the river runs on an angle about 10 degrees west or east as it goes north. And Memphis is right on the river. Ripley is about 20 miles east of the river. Still got a long ways to go on this flight. Really too long for what I'm doing. Should have made a shorter flight. I've made a couple of them. Well, the lights might not be on. don't show up. Turn the autopilot off, turn the power off. Checking the lights, turn the power off. Turn the autopilot off. Shut everything. There goes a guy acting, trying to fly over me, look like. Whoa. That ain't who I thought it was. I thought it was my buddy that I hadn't seen in a long time. But he wasn't, I don't think. Let's see if he does that again now. Eugene. He started buzzing around my plane, he's a goner. $86 miles to Ripley. Still pretty well straight in front of us. Ripley altitude's 360 feet, give or take a little. So long as we stay above 500, we're not going to touch the ground. 5 to 800. Hope we can see the rest of it.
2,500.
One degree to the north. There we go. Cleared up just right here. A little too quick going. Break perfect cloud back up when we get to where we go. Thought I might get under the cloud, but I kept trying. There's the airport. Still in Arkansas, I think. Yeah, way over in Arkansas yet. Jonesboro and stuff like that up in here. Like now, maybe a little bit north. Go back to the south at degree. $75 miles from hometown. Cross the river here in a little bit. 50 miles from here to the river. Give or take just a little. There's Jonesboro. More than there's wind, I think, but base was. Not sure one of them more there. See 50 miles. I call it right there. Somewhere between there and there. Ripley right there. Dyersburg is Ripley right there. It's Jackson. Dyersburg, Ripley, Jackson. Memphis. Real Foot Lake. Fly up there pretty regular. One of my other flights on YouTube goes there. And the other one goes down here to Shoemake. Or I was going to go to Shoemake. I don't know what I did. I don't know. And if I run out of fuel, I lose the flight. If I stop and get fuel, I lose the light. Do a flight from Memphis to Guam. We got a monthly destination. They got it set up for Guam. To fly anywhere into Guam, its airport would be enough to do it. Probably if you fly from one airport in Guam to the other, be alright. As long as you fly into that airport. You see a name tag through a mountain, but you can't see it through a cloud. Now it looks like you might be headed straight for me. Get that name tag. No. If he does, he can kiss it goodbye. My tummy hurts. That's what the name says. Because any closer to being dirty, I get rid of it. Still working his way straight toward me, look like. There he is right there. $63 miles out from Ripley. There he goes, right under me. No, my tummy hurts. It is. But he didn't crowd me any, but it's alright. Must have took the screws out somewhere along the line. $61 degrees, 59 miles from Ripley. And now 2 Ripley, now 2 on this side. This says Ripley's in front of me. I was going to land that set there on my way heading, you tell me when I was right. It says I'm not going to stop there, it won't matter. It'll be set on 200 when I go into when I go into Chattanoopa. Oh, light it out, brother me. Still ain't got to the river yet. The other side of the river, there's like a bluff. See that ridge right there showing up? Looks almost like it might be showing that bluff. If it is rivers here on this side, but it looks like we had 8. It may also be Crawley's Ridge that we talked about earlier. Now we over Crawley's Ridge now. It don't predict you much in here, does it? A little high place back there. Right there, it's a little high place. See what they got back there doing. He's one I thought was after me a while ago. But he ain't the one that flew by me though. Still straight up. 54 miles out. About 20 miles from the river to my house, roughly 20-25 better Ripley. See if I can spot my little home that he added in here. And it's Google Maps. I can see my building if you get down close to it. Trailer house, but you can see it. It and 2 other houses there that's mine. I spotted. I might try to get close enough to see if we can actually see the buildings. You can see them better at about 500 feet than you can anywhere else. When you get on the ground, they don't show up much. Way up high, they don't. But about 500 feet, they show up almost look real. This side of the airport north, just a little. About 10 miles west of the airport, slightly north. It'll be I-55 or going full length of Arkansas from Memphis to up into Missouri, close to the river. That's probably it. And the one running the other direction, maybe 40. I think 40 runs. I don't know if I'm going to go to Jonesboro or not. I think it does. Up in that area. That's a railroad track there. The way it's laid out in the color of it. There he goes. Trying to get in trouble. What he's trying to do. That was too close for me. He makes a habit of it, he's gone. Yep, looks like he's coming back for a second pass. It says in the instructions coming into the game not to be dive bombing or flying through around the planes. Look like he's checked up on his ankle. Look like I started to say cotton country, but I think over here it's rice country. A lot of it. Get across the river is cotton country. Leave me there. Cotton, beans, and corn. Wheat. Cutting wheat right now. And planting late beans. Plant beans down, you cut them just about across there. Plant them in the early fall and you cut them just a little earlier, but not much. Early spring. Can't get 2 crops of beans on them, I don't think, but you can get a crop of winter wheat and fall beans on them. Same piece of ground. Winter wheat and late beans. I think it's what they're planting right now. Drilling them on unprepared ground. They cut the wheat and drill it right through it. Well, 40 miles out. Come up on the river. Nothing out here over, heck, 400 feet high that I know of. This is maybe a radio tower. That'd be it. The ground is 360 up in here, 360. From all the way from Memphis up through here. So that means we're cutting 600 feet above the ground here, roughly.
1,000. 1,000.
Dropping under 1,000. But like I said, nothing in a way that I know of. We just picked up an ADL, so I probably still got Covington set up. Covington 326 or 236, I forget. 326, that's Covington right there, 20 miles north of Memphis or so. North of Ripley. Just across the Hatch River. That light is hanging low. You take this thing out, we won't need no lower for now. Stays this clear, we'll be able to see the airport good if we're going this direction. See it and possibly a little piece of ground I was talking about. It'll show up real, the Google map shows up real bright over this other land. It's much brighter. Even at night, it looks like it lights up. Like I estimated the river to be 20 miles from the house. We're 30, well, my house is this side of the airport ways too. North and east, north and west. We'll watch for it too. I'm estimating we cross river at about 22 right there. 22, 23. Now, I have never checked it, so I don't know. Maybe closer than that in here. Getting tired. Stayed up all night again last night. Getting late now, it's starting to cut in on me. 11, be after 2 getting in bed tonight, looks like. This flight's gonna be another couple of hours or longer. I can set up pause on the descent, and it would stop outside the airport and sit there in the morning and I could land it tomorrow. Starting to yawn on myself. Don't want to yawn to the mic too much. It won't be the first time. Fell asleep today with it. I see the river right there. Train changed a little. Sent a spot around just like it 5 or 6 times last little bit. Might not have been 5-5. Now we're getting over by the river. There's another interstate. 5-5, pretty close to the river. Going north and south across Arkansas. Uh-oh. Weather changed again. I was hoping to stay clear to get through Ripley. One of them 15-minute updates just come in. Like gonna be a little hair around Ripley. Was also finding that lightning a while ago. Miles. Still ain't crossed the river. They're gonna have it predicted 10 miles off the river. Not much more than that. Degrees north. Alright, there's the river right there. 19 miles across there in this corner, so it actually gets closer up yonder. I gotta get out of this chair. Once we pay his Ripley and climb back up, I gotta walk around a little. I'm gonna go to sleep. I just did, actually. Hope I didn't snore too much. That river running parallel my track. There's another river. Big river on my right. Mississippi over there. That's a small contributory poured into the river there. I thought that was it. It wasn't. I didn't pull the map up and look. Can't pull the map up. It won't let me. I tried earlier. I got the simulator set up where you can't get the map. You can't get nothing. I don't really like that. I just don't want to do that like that no more. With the car going over the water. That car that I'm moving the same way. Is that a car or is that my shadow? That may be my shadow. I believe it is. Looks like a car running down there headed straight for the river. But it just keeps going. I think it's my shadow. "14 miles out and we're not even across the river. It ain't gonna be over 10 to the airport, actually, the river. In real life, it's about 22, 25. 13 miles out, coming up on the shores of the river banks. What do you want to call them? River banks. Clouds got to look worse. Let's see what I can see. It's a little hazy, gonna be a little harder to see. Unless we hit a break in it. $11 miles. The airport itself won't be a problem to find. I want to find a little bitty piece of ground on the side. Might not be able to find it in this weather, even though it will show up, but it look like a little square postage down on the ground, a little bigger, not much. It stayed clear. I showed you. Found the airport. The airport on trouble to find, but I wanted to find that little piece of ground. It's just too bad I don't believe I'll be able to see it. It stands out a little, you might. Probably gonna be 3 or 4 miles out, where really it's 7 to 11 miles out. the airport right there. It's the airport property and half of Ripley. That's what he added from Google. Be a lot brighter if it wasn't for this. And my little home was right out there somewhere. You can't see it for the rain. Anyway, here's the airport right here. Don't want to touch the ground.
500.
There's a 19 highway going to Ashport Bottom of the river.
400.
Don't hit the ground now. There's the airstrip. There's the hangars he built, put in. Right there, the hangars, the doors are
500.
doors actually open for me. That right there is actually what he built. One of these buildings here at Walmart.
500.
That's it right there with about 90 cars on the parking lot. That's a 51 highway running along the front of it. It stops right there at the end where he stopped the property. Now we get back on track. Been a lot better if we got down there a little better, but it's alright. Let's get back on track and back up above the mountains coming up later. Well, come on, we'll go the right way. Here we go. Go back up to about 65 where we were, get it back up there. Not in any hurry. From here we go about, I imagine 9 would be alright here out of Memphis, 9, 7. Let's make it 9, 4. And we'll set back up for the VOR. Out of Nashville. Stayed on, but when we get back up, that'll come on. That's Nashville. Put a squawk on it, tell me when it comes on. We're $51 miles out of Memphis, it says. Really, we're not quite that close. Cross country where the crow flies, it might be, but up the road it's 70 miles. The road ain't that quick, it's a little quarry, but now let's see where we are now. A little wind blowing, some needle wiggle. Got a little wind gusting. Alright, I'm gonna bring this right here around to 200 for the airport approach before we get there. It's a long ways off yet. It don't hurt to say it, 'cause we're not gonna be using that anyway except for reading the distance. Still off. Got to set the tiller when it comes on. There it is, it's on now, right just in. It's Nashville right there. We can hold the heading we own or right at it because we need to go south of the airport anyway. Let's go exactly east, that'd be good enough. Come back around dead east. That's good enough right there. Still be south of that just a little. Now we don't need that noise maker. And now we can switch over here. As long as we keep it on until our far out of Memphis. And we're 135 miles out of Nashville. And the VOR for Chattanoopa, 1580 11580. We don't need that. We get around Jackson because it's past Jackson, but it's south of Jackson, southeast. Actually, it's right about Nashville, Knoxville. It's higher than we need to be, but it'll be alright. Get back up there and hope our fuel holds out after going down. Now it's showing I burnt 23 gallons. 47 left, 19 per hour, 300 and something miles left on the fuel with climb. We'll quit climbing, it'll get stretched out probably. And we got 207 miles if we go directly to it, which I'm not really going to. I gotta step out another minute, be right back. I think everything will be alright. There we gotta sit. Back up in the clouds. Leveled off at 65. Now we know we clear everything off. Nothing up here but us. Maybe another airplane. T-Glad got hung on my mic. What did I see? There we go, another airplane down there. Probably hit the ground down there somewhere. Pretty low while ago. Razor must have given up what to be is. No, he's in. But he didn't come in here. He didn't want to get on the recording. I'm gonna move out of this room into that room.
Channel switched.
And he knows I'm on the air. If he wants down here, he can. Stay in another room. I think I got all the voice cut out, but up there he can talk to me. But when he does, he'll be on the mic on there. He's in the. No, he ain't. I don't know what he's doing. Started to see him. Just a friend still started. He's not up here. But he's in the TeamSpeak. He knows he's welcome. That's all that matters. He don't want to get on YouTube much. And that's where this is headed. I'm sure he knows where I'm flying because he can check the card and all to see where it's at. He may be on the node or just flying by himself across country in an X-plane. Let's see anybody in there. No. Yeah, he is. He's in my node. So he's flying in node where I'm flying in here. Now I can activate the node. It may put this shadow, but it put me in there with him. They gave me a ghost plane, but it don't matter. That's what happens sometimes you do. Well, it's wrong one. It ain't what I've been to do. He's gone now. He went back out. He was up here. He done drive back out. See if he left a note. No, it shows you still in the note. I was going to take this one, and that'll put me in the note. Right there. He's 6,000 miles away. He probably could be. Sometimes the airplane don't tell the truth. He's a Tommy Hawk, he says. Okay. Now I'm running two servers at the same time, and I'm in both of them. Sometimes they'll crisscross and show both of them at the same place, and the plane will show a ghost plane. That's when you don't need to run that kind of server with the multiplayer server. It thought I tried to land back her. I didn't try to land, but I think it thought I was, because I flew over the airport low. Now it's got me going around all the time, and I don't flying straight away. That wasn't my airport, it can't count that. I got down low, it thought I was trying to land. I saw that F-15. F-18 go across there, whatever it was. Oh. Why is my plane turning? I got I pushed the button I wasn't supposed to push. Looks right. No, I don't either. I moved that button. I was flying dead east. Held the wrong button down, it turned me. I thought I saw my plane turn. Nashville was about 10 degrees to my left front. Total of 102 miles out. Started looking for Chattanooga, which I think got to leave Nashville to find it. Chattanooga's right. Let's get it over here too. Well, it says it's on. Got Chattanooga's on also. No longer need Nashville, we can use Chattanooga. Runway ILS is 108.50. That's what I got here. I hope that's right. I can check it out in my little book. 108.50 is ILS. Now, we're still well out of range. I was just preparing. But now, airport is right there on the VOR. The runway heading is this way, and I have to fly that way to get to the bar, get to the runway. Got to pass this, and this part, the light comes down and lines up with that one right there. That'll put me in Lies Airport. On the backside, on the heading, got 200. Runway heading is roughly 200. Altitude was, airport altitude was 682 feet, like it's 700. And you're 45, 5,200, 5,200. 51, 5,200. It's like I said, 60 before. It's 50. You could cheat to 4,500. Still handle ILS above ground, because the ground's 600. Catch a true ILS and put this thing down. If he's not going to be in the TeamSpeak, I'm going to fix it where can't nobody else get to me much.
Channel switched.
Put it right there, that way this channel here, I think I got it deepened. People can't bother me unless it's an admin. There's two of them beside me. Actually, 3 counting the guy that owns it. Just flying along these clouds. Look at these powder puffs floating around. So flat on the bottom of there. Maybe a little clearer there. Won't be much, so. Check my fuel again, see how I'm doing. Because I would always make arrangements to cut in tight. We have 390 something miles left there, and 170 left here plus Circle Airport, 210, 220, 230, something like that, to get to the airport and land. Stay pretty close here till it comes around. Keep this at least 20, 25, 30 miles out and be in good shape. Not to worry about glide slope getting under me too low. When I get there, check that ILS, make sure I got it right, because the way I wrote it down, I can't half read it. Chattanooga's up here at the top. Chattanooga, ILS. Runway 20. ILS is 109, not 108. See, I was wrong, 109.50. Couldn't read my own handwriting. That's what that book's good for, though. That's 20 years of putting stuff in it. Ever since the late 90s. I moved out of Eagles in 92. Started computers about 90, 95, 96. Started that book in about 98. Putting a little in here and yonder. Applied there about 3 times. Get to be wanting to go there per regular. Add it to the book. That way I don't have to pull the map up. But a lot of times like now I can't get the map up, it won't come up. I've got it shut off in the settings. Didn't actually mean to do that. I shut off the ability for other people to pause their plane. Your map is in that pause. Set me up a snowy day one of these days. Hold on. Be snow all day long. So bad you can't see the ground about 1/8 mile, quarter. If you're gonna fly, you gotta be IFR trained. IFR weather right now, I can't see below the clouds. But that's the reason I got a plane IFR ready. That is definitely IFR ready. I don't need all this outside stuff inside. Now everything I had up is on the plane. Just added a light bar here recently. That's out of a 300 extra. That's out of a Learjet. That's out of a 737-800. That's something I just come up with. I don't know. Those are out of a Beach Baron. This out of a Beach Baron. These are out of a something else. Actually, it might have been this plane already. They're the same ones as this other one. But I think they're something like B-29s or something. I don't remember exactly. That's out of a... I don't remember what I got that out of. These all 3 here come out of the same plane, I think. Some of these did too. It looks like a Cessna there almost. That's out of a Cessna. I don't remember what that may be, a Cessna or something also. I don't remember where I got that out of. Just a conglomerate of parts. That's magnetic compass is the name of it in the piles. It's default. That's its default gauges. These two is default gauges. This one's not, and this one's not. That I don't believe is. These two are. They're a Cessna cab, I think. This may be a Cessna. I don't remember. This is out of the same thing these are, I think. I keep trying to put my bike in my glass. I guess I'll give it a drink here a little bit. Back outside the plane. Still no way to physically pick out your path. You gotta do it electronically. Now I didn't know it's gonna be like that when I left. I just had it set up with normal real world weather. But as long as I got this, I know where the airport's at, how far it is, and what direction runway heading. All I gotta do is fly around and that lines up and I'll go right in. No problem. Keep the airspeed above 60 in this plane apply. Raise the outside view of the front just a little. Watch that cloud when I moved it. I hope I didn't move it too much. Get it where I can sail with the nose a little better when landing, but it ain't too bad anyway. F-35A Lightning. Oh, I see the ground a little bit on there. Not enough to get it landmarks, but flight B plumb VOR. No directional other than electronic all the way. Even though I do see a little ground, I might be looking at the Tennessee River right down there. It's about where we at. Yep, see that's what that is. Looks like mountains to get up there, and the mountains right here are not that tall. Around Nashville, 2,500 square mile. Around Knoxville and down to Chattanooga, may take 35 to clear them. Hope this video turns out alright. Whole lot of time. Of course, I'm getting two things. I get the video and a flight per VA out of it. So if one don't work, I still get to it. crew looking equipment that plane. My head's a little too far back, ain't it? My head's back here outside the cockpit. Okay. One 35 miles from Chattanooga. Chattanooga's done moved down. It's 20 degrees to my right. As it gets closer, it'll move around. And I'll try not to get any further away than 25, 30 miles as I come around it. As I see it's going to get further out of the way, I'll move toward it. What the world we got here? Let's see what we got here. I don't think that's somebody they're playing. I don't know what that is, but don't think it's just a foreign language. I think somebody just acting silly. They could put a name in there. They could. I knew it's just a foreign language. I wouldn't worry about it. It looks more like somebody playing that does a language. Could go get them a real name. I don't think it. I hope it wasn't somebody. Don't mean to kick a person because he's foreign. It's just I think it was somebody playing on being foreign. You should have a name in here we can read. Even that right there is a little out of hand right there. This one right here. But that's my privilege. I'm my server. Nashville right there. Knoxville right there. Chattanooga. Little place right here on the river called we got Sky Ranch. Little fellow there named Loki used to be a member here. Still is, but he just don't come around, I guess. He bought him a plane, a little tripacer. Said he's gonna fly across the water with it. Maybe he tried it, didn't make it. I hadn't heard from him in a long time. is going to go across to Scotland in a tri-pacer. I wouldn't want to have to try it myself. Even though I did try it in here to see if he could make it, but I tried it on a day I had set up with snow. At about 100 miles out, the snow got heavy enough my plane wouldn't fly. So I went in the water. There's no other reason for it except it had to be the snow. It just kept going down, it would not fly. My airspeed was good, everything looked good. But she wouldn't stay in there. She eased down to the water. Further I went, the lower I got. The plane he had, he was going to put a 16-gallon tank on the back seat. So I added a 16-gallon tank to a tri-pacer and let him have it to fly while he's fixing his up. He bought it, he had to do some work on it. Had to do some work on the cover on it, the spars, and redo the engine, I think, a little bit. Had to get it up to flight worthy. So what he's doing is he flew in here and flew a tri-pacer that I fixed up for him. I hadn't seen him in close to a year. One time he was going to come to Dyersburg and land. I was going to meet him over there and talk to him a minute, but the weather changed, got real windy, and that plane was light, so he went on to where he was going and landed. That way he didn't have to mess around. He was headed to Union City, which is another 90 miles north of here. Dyersburg's about 22. He had a brother or something, I probably forget. But he's going to land in Dyersburg, we're going to meet, drink a cup of coffee. But that didn't pan out. The first time I flew the plane, any distance, whoever put the tanks on it, not the ones he put on, but the others, had the fuel selectors backwards. He was watching one tank because he had it on, the other one went dry on him, run out of gas. As soon as he got it home, he fixed that problem. Get rid of that. I hadn't turned since we left Ripley. Not intentionally, I made one little bubble. We need to know where we at. The airport's moved around another 5 degrees or so. It was right there, and now it's here. Because we approach it, circling, going around past it. It was 137, I think we'll go 122 now. I believe I could come 5 degrees in toward the airport without hurting anything, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move 5 degrees south. I didn't really mean to get back inside the plane and hit a button and it changed scenes with me. It looks real happy, don't it? Looks pretty happy. Disagreeing. That looks like a lady. I believe it is. Well, it's typing. It's got to get rid of that. You can't use the button to get rid of that. $110 miles out. Now it's another 5 or 10 degrees to the right already. Still watching the two come together. The green arrow's got to point the exact direction as the yellow one on the opposite side of the windshield panel here. Once they come together, will be runway heading established. In fact, I can right now set that button right there, so if I get around in front of it and forget about it, it'll turn itself. When the plane makes a quick turn, I'll recognize something's going on. I'm gonna bring it 5 degrees toward the airport more. One, two, three, four. 5 right there. 100 heading. Still want to keep this 25 miles at least out. Once we get on that side of the airport, I'll get down to 5100. That's where I'll tap the cloud slope at. Let the plane bring itself to the runway. That way the clouds and stuff won't matter to get to the ground. Get out here one of the days and set up a flight in my Concorde across the water. I don't have as much realism as most of us got. I just use minimum controls and go with it. I practiced flying this Concorde in 2000. Flight Simulator 2000. That was a hard little plane to fly. And here it's much easier. It may be the more experienced, but I'm not sure. It's just easier. And I've also got the Firefox. Firefox flies at 80,000 feet doing Mach 3. Concorde flies at 50 doing Mach 2. This thing here tipped over around it. Barely do. Just don't get no hurry at all. But it's alright. That's what it's all about. I enjoy flying this thing shorter distance. I don't really care about that long, this long. I just wanted to string out and do something tonight. Miles out of Chattanoopa, but we still got to go behind Chattanoopa. That's not the one I was after. That was it right there. Something's wrong. Oh, wrong button. There we go. I thought I couldn't get it up. And you can't get it up, it means you're having trouble with the network. Push up 01. Let me check on T-Speak, see what's about in. So I posted that, and a guy comes in there, he won't be able to see it unless it's already in the lobby when I posted it. Something miles. About another hour we'll be on the ground. One way or the other. It's be 1:30. Put me 2 o'clock getting to bed tonight. 3 o'clock last night. About 3 or 4 o'clock night before. It's getting hard on the old man, I tell you. Just a teenager. 17 backwards. Easing around. Long ways to there though. Five more degrees. Oops, he didn't stay long. He must be getting kicked out. Some tell me his network messed him up. 'Cause ain't nobody else had any trouble. That I've seen. Every time he starts in, he goes back out. He's not making connection. He's just got a problem with probably a firewall got him. As soon as the simulator starts trying to talk to his computer, it kicks him out. They gotta talk to each other, it won't work. I had to open up ports to get this reply. Try to set some secure ports. I don't know how good it's done. Didn't see the ground again. Might mess around and have a pretty fair landing or aircraft. Clouds keep breaking up like we done passed the worst of them. Here it comes again. Let's see how far he gets. Right there, he got kicked out. Yep, he got a network problem. He probably got a firewall cutting him off. Too high security won't let you do these things. That'd be my first guess for that, or his network just ain't stout enough. Looks like that guy made it in. I know that didn't sound good on that mic. Didn't feel good to me either. Be right back. Just step out again. Headset back on. Let's see where we at. 68 miles out. Still closing pretty fast at that. As long as that's above halfway, we're closing pretty fast. Getting closer. I'm gonna try to ease 5 degrees closer to the airport. Come around to 110. Been a pretty long flight. Hadn't quit on me at times. So I guess everything's alright. Check the fuel again, make sure we're still doing what I think we're doing. Fuel says 255 miles. And the range is 60. We're in good shape. Probably run about 80 by the time we get there. Look outside a minute. Check the weather and the clouds. Still pretty tight out here. It's 5 miles. Plane over to my right then. Over to my left, on my right. They may not like the weather because, well, like I said, everybody gets it, I think. Most everybody. Trying to fly VFR, pretty tough out there. Stay above it, you do alright. When you try to get down to the airport, it gets hard to find. I remember when I flew these things all the time and I had no idea where the airport was at. But now I pretty well stay on top of most of them. That's about the original right there. Not much early to find your way around with. Barely much fly between. My wing walker gone. She must have fell off. I could punch the wrong button. GG. 12:50 p.m. Sunday night. Actually, Monday morning. Well, getting tired. Been a long flight. It ain't like it might have taken 15, 20 hours. Uh-huh. Get on the ground here a little bit, maybe. Be a little while yet, though. I see 35, 40 minutes already. Maybe a little more. Oh, there it goes again, the wheels down. Grab me real bad. He gets a little closer. I'd like to see him, but not enough for me to jump on him both feet yet. He might have caught he just couldn't hit it, but if he tried. Altimeter needs setting. Okay, we'll do that. Auto set this account logo. Check. Still on. Just corrected itself. Cut to one side like I might have turned the autopilot off, but it's still on. "39 miles. It's starting to come down. Further down it comes, the slower we move toward the airport. Moving past it. I'm figuring to get in approach range because I don't think the mountain's tall to hurt us. Like I said, I can come in at 45 plus 600, 5,100 feet. That's what I'm fixing to do. Make my way down to 5,100. Get ready for that. Head to the airport. This is coming down. It won't be too long. Still gonna lose 5 miles, probably or more before it gets down there. Maybe 10. This 10 I'll be pulling away before I get there. Ten would work, but I don't want to be that close. Slow down my descent a little bit. Take a little longer to get down. I can always drop if I need to. We verify that the ILS is not within range. Depends on where the VOR is, whether it really comes into play or not. Nope, it ain't on. Parks the south, but it does, it parked. This gets into about 24. I should be in range. Give or take where the VOR is. If the VOR is outside the airport back toward me, then I still may not be able to get closer. Or we'll come around behind the VOR, come in runway heading. That way, just get over to the ILS where we find it. Do a full ILS landing if I can, except I'll touch down by hand the last 300 feet or so. Clouds still pretty heavy out here. Looks like it might be getting heavier as I get in. That's some more lowland over there. It may be real sucked in. Come back in. Still parked south. Coming toward the airport, 5 degrees. New heading 115. Circling the airport now. Trying to keep closing slowly. I'm gonna come around another 5. Okay, new heading 120. Circling airport at 34 miles out. And closing slowly with my circle. Believe I'm coming on another 5. Let's try that. New heading 125. I'm flying level at 5100, doing 120. Heading bug on. Localizer bug set. Airspeed set and altitude set. Flying VOR 11580, circling it. Trying to get behind the airport. I'm trying to get this green needle right here in the same line as that yellow needle right there. With both of these numbers the same. See 109.50 Park South. Dud is just a little lower. It's on. Dud neck. 109.50 is not on yet. If we ever make a break toward it, I'll turn it on, start looking for it. It ain't long before we'll break toward the airport. These numbers here has got to come together right along in there somewhere. It's coming around pretty good now though. It's still 30 miles out. I can come around another, I'm gonna come 5 more degrees around. Keep arcing that VOR. New heading 130. Slowing to 110. Plane will operate better when it starts hitting the ILS at a little slower speed. Start hitting the, not the ILS, but localizer. Actually, right now it'll be VOR localizer. But it'll bring you in that side of the airport the right direction. That's what I'm after. Got some water down there. We're over the river now that goes through Nashville, I think, Knoxville. Pretty close to that airport I was talking about. That's the Locust, the airport. We're not quite that far around yet. Localizer bars are moving. Fixing to turn this light right here off. It'll turn toward the airport by itself. I can now turn that on, set that. It'll tell me when the ILS is ready to be turned on. It'll fly itself now to the back of the VOR. Turn runway heading to the VOR. On the airport side, runway side. Pull the GPS back up. See where we look like we had on it, just for the heck of it. There's Love right there. We're turning. The Love hill right there. Maybe Tyson back over there. I don't know. We cut it off. I got things to do. To get rid of that and get out of the way. Alright, we're turning in. So let's bring her down to 80 knots. Slow her down a little bit. Keep it altitude till it brings itself down, providing the ILS works out like I think it will. I'm pretty sure it will. Bring this around so if I happen to need it, it'll be the right direction. Happen to need to switch over to it right quick, I can. Sometimes when you get on that right there, it'll fish back and forth a little. Just go ahead and set the heading bug direct and it'll fly right on in there. Better than it'll fish back and forth on that VOR. That's where I'm at right now. This is almost ready to just turn the heading bug back on if I want to. Don't have to, it'll fly itself either way. It'll let that bar, probably let that bar slide back and forth a time or two though. If you stay on it, stay locked onto it. We're waiting on this needle here to pop up. This sound right here to go on, let me know it's on. I'm not sure if it'll have mileage or not. I don't think it will. I think I have to stay on the VOR with it nav 2 to keep mileage. Keep a DME setting. I'll know more about it when it comes on. Don't remember. Now I'm fixing it right now. See that sucker lined right there exactly. That just came on. I do believe it just came on. Yep. No mileage there. We can now switch this to ILS and switch this to VOR. Switch this so we'll have some mileage to read. And we'll turn this back on. We'll come over the bars over here. Well, let's see. Let's don't get no hurry about that. It might be too quick. Let's go back to here. Sometimes that bar will switch from left to right on you. Let's give it a few minutes. Turn this off. We don't need no more. We know it's on. We don't even need this anymore, really. Close that. But I want these three up for now. Look like it's gonna stay over. I can't judge them two very well. I'm gonna call it. Let's turn into the bar. I'm headed to this bar is where I'm headed to. That side there. If it don't switch sides, we got it made. Turn that on, it'll find itself when time comes. When that light goes out, it's on localizer ILS. It looks sharp enough, really. 28 miles out. I'm gonna come around just a few more, make it 240. That closes this bar fast enough to get over. I don't know how far the distance is from the VOR to the ILS bars, left to right, east, west, or whatever, north, south. Not sure how far it was. I've got to close that distance up and get on that ILS. I can turn straight across 90 degrees though if I wanted to. As long as this is as far around as it is, I should be in good shape. 80 knots will fly good. We're looking for a set of diamonds right there. We'll go to here. We turn this stuff off here. I don't think we need it. And we're looking for a set of diamonds right here. One there and one there. This is good, that's good. This hasn't moved yet. If the diamonds come up, this ain't moved, I'll probably turn sharper away across the airport. But I need this active at the same time the diamonds start sliding. If this is not active, the diamonds won't catch. If the diamonds ain't active, sometimes they won't catch after you turn them on. I'll let both of them get active before I turn them on. And it works 99% of the time, if not all the time. As long as it's got a localizer and a glide slope. And this one does, because I've been here before. It's also in between the mountains going down to it. Small mountains, but they're mountains. Now, this is closing 26. I'm gonna turn 5 more degrees across the airport, across the runways. Yeah, 245. Like I said, if I get the diamonds before this moves, I'll probably turn straight across at 90 degrees. But I'd rather hit it at 90 as not to get it right. It'll set itself up as long as you're far enough out. We're at 5,100 feet above sea level, 4,500 feet roughly above the ground, which is high for this plane to do that, but it'll work. As long as you do that, you should be clear of any obstructions coming in. Since weather's bad, you can't really see much, I don't think. See a little out there, it ain't too bad. It's just choppy. You can't see where you're going out from, but you can see under you a little bit. Now go back to here. 26 miles out. I think the VOR is between me and the airport, which means it'll be a little bit extra distance. I'll have to get closer before it comes on. This is actually the VOR, not the airport. But they're both within general location of each other. They're getting pretty close together, but still, I'm gonna go another 5, so I want to get over before that gets too active. About time them diamonds to come on. I'd rather turn a 90 degree than not have them right. It's about time that bar to move too, I believe. We're on 250. The airport is up to what out there somewhere. 23 miles to the VOR. Like I said, I'm not sure. I think it's 5 or 6 miles or so toward me away from the airport, which means what you're reading here is actually be about 30 instead of 26 to the airport, which means the diamonds ain't ready to come on yet. Let's make it down to 18 before they come on. So there's not any on the ILS that don't have any. Don't DM me on the ILS on this one. Looks like I got the runway heading just a little down wrong, but that won't matter because once it locks, it's only going to fly the course. It's not going to fly what I got on that needle. Even if it's backwards, it's going to go to it. As long as you're not on the wrong side of the airport. Well, I'm going to turn 5 more degrees across that. I'm about ready to pull across our 90. Did I see that bar move in? Might have seen that wiggle just a little bit. It's here. I believe it is below that. Which tells me I may not be exactly right there, but close enough. I called it 200. I think it's what I had on that page. Most times they're a few degrees off one way or the other. This is coming almost to 90. This is 200. I still know it's there. They're both ILS. Well, this is ILS. This is also important to VOR. All right, we got it. We're on the localizer. There's our diamond, right on time. Exactly where I wanted to be. Wasn't sure, but it's where I wanted to be. Turn that back around to the front if I need it. 200, 200, that's where I wanted. As soon as these go to moving, we'll turn the approach light on. Right there. Actually, on this one, I need to land right there. I usually use a 3D, but with this one here, I got a little defect in the windshield on it. It was like that, and I got it. I don't know if it's it looks like possibly a payware block, but if it is, I got it not being a payware. I don't know. Don't remember now where I did get it, but it's so long. But it looks a little bit like sometimes you buy them, you get them for test flight, and they'll have it, something like that in front of them. When you buy them, it'll take it out when you put the code in. This wasn't put up like it when I got it, so I don't know. Like I said, I don't. I've had it for years, and I have no idea now where I got it. But I do like the plane. But that right there, even though that shows your actual scene out front, it blocks you, but when the weather's pretty, you can see right out through it and still see it. But see, it looks like it's got it blocked out, so some of your payware's got something like that in it, so you can't take it and fly it right without. But I don't know myself. It was like that, and I got it. But I don't know how no way to clear it up, so I just use the other cockpit because I built that cockpit there myself. And it works real well. Just hadn't started moving yet. I'm moving real slow, 80 knots. Well, actually 90 knots, but I got it set on. It says miles per hour. I got it set on 80 knots. What I got it set on. So I think that gauge is reading 90 miles an hour. Still knots. But my autopilot is working in knots, so it says 80 knots. Alright, diamonds are moving, starting down. Once you know they're coming down, and this bar is flying the plane, so it's got to be right. That lights out, the bar is flying the plane, even though it's not over, it's flying it. And the diamonds are moving. Just a little bit further down. I wish these come on move. I think it's starting to move again now. There it is, it's moving. As long as they're both active, you know you got it. I can turn the approach on down and leave it up to the plane. Now I'm going to slow down to 70 knots. I think it'll fly at about 60. I have to watch if it goes losing altitude before I start down. I'll have to pick speed back up, or if I start falling too fast on glide slope, raise speed back up just a little. I think I can go down to 60 though, just before I get there. If I remember correctly. It's still holding 5,100 feet. It ain't moved yet. The altitude light will go out when them diamonds get to the center down. And that's when you start the glide slope. You can do it at any altitude. I just like to do it at a high enough when I got time to play with it. Of course, you got a point in which you're supposed to be at a certain altitude to catch it, but that's the right way. That ain't the way I do it. I learned it this way, the hard way, a long time ago. And I learned it without somebody telling me how. I had trial and error. slow to 65. These are still staying up there. I'm still holding the altitude. Once you can hear and light goes out, we'll be going down the glide slope, so it's supposed to be falling at that point. But these should maintain in that area, between that area right there. The higher they are, the lower you are. The lower you are, the higher they are. If you're too high, they're gonna be low. Here we go. The light will be going out in a few minutes. That light right there will shut itself off. See, like I said, drifting back and forth, it's done past that bar and it ain't really turned into it. But it's on it. It's looking at that bar. It ain't forgot about it. These are approaching the center. Altitude lights out, nose is coming down on the glide slope. We're a smidgen low. I figure it'll correct itself here in a little bit. In fact, it may get a little high and then go back down. I hear another plane around my plane. Alright, so there's something right there. See it? Another prop sound like. I heard it when it passed in my ear. Alright, we still are just a little bit low, but not enough to worry with. This is coming down slowly. This may correct and get right yet. Should. Believe it will. So will this before you get there. Only reason is to hold one side of the wind, push it against you hard enough, you can't pull it back. And then it'll grab you in and try. We still got 17 miles to the VOR. Is it in front of me? It's still in front of me, yeah. With that plane going by down there. Circling around. Don't know he's on YouTube or will be. I really shouldn't probably tape them, but I can't discuss it with them. They're not on my TeamSpeak and they are in my server. I have no communication with them except a chat window, and most of them don't even read it. Little discussion there. Back in there and check this out. Diamonds are dead on. The bar's almost perfectly lined. We're not bad at all. Ground is visible, not too bad a shape. You could actually land VFR. It may not be required, but you could do it if you had to. good zone planes. It's idling now coming down. Still don't see the airport outside or in. That's alright. I know I'm online. It don't matter. Don't have to see it to get over the numbers. About 75 knots or 65 knots. Well, I guess that on. Diamonds look good. The bars are a little broken, but maybe a little crosswind here. It ain't too bad, I don't think. I didn't even check the actual wind direction. Hope we're alright. That'd be pretty hard to bounce the matter. I didn't have but 6 knots back at the other airport, so it was out of 198. Not too bad, about right for here. I don't mean this is though. Bars backlined again. Diamonds are still dead on. 14 miles out. Get ready to take over. Let my keyboard. Oh, it is down. Always lay it down. I feel like it's up on the little peak, but it ain't. I'll turn the autopilot off with my left hand on the keyboard, cutting off each part separately. To make sure it's all off on land. And in the bigger planes, if you don't, that auto throttle will mess you up. The auto throttle. Still on line. The bar's a little broken, but not enough to hurt. As long as it stays within that broken area, there we are. Closer you get, the closer it should get, unless we do have a crosswind. There comes a big old 747 look like. How much more time have I got? 13 miles, give or take a little. I should have time to look around. Is he coming back up on me or what is he doing? No, he's moving away. I still can't see the airport for the clouds. They're going to be tighter before we get there. The only thing of this flight, I got to land with a descent rate of less than 750 feet a minute, which in this plane, that shouldn't be too hard to do. Over that, and I lose the flight due to VA. They won't take it. That's about the only thing cost me at this point. Got 198 miles of fuel left. 13 miles to the airport. Actually 13 miles to VOR. I'm not 100% sure how much distance is different, but not much, I don't think. Outside, see if we can see the airport yet. The nose may be a little high, maybe hard to see by plane. The slower you get, the higher the nose gets too.
2,500. 2,500.
2,500.
With a 600-foot ground, we're 1,800 feet off the ground. Give or take a little. Well, it looks like the airport's in the middle of the river. Bound be the other side down there. I think I see it right. I think I see something right there starting to show up. down the clouds, right down the center. Even though the bar's to one side, we're flying straight down the runway. The wind is probably making a difference. Now some of them hit on angles to the runway, but I don't think this one does. This is pretty well, I think, straight in. Put the nose down just a little more. See if I can see over a little bit. Or thing you change that angle makes it hard to determine what straight you get there below it too much. Pretty wide valley. I see the mountains off to the right, there's some off to the left too. But it's pretty wide valley. And some in front of me. Yep, that was the airport. I'll begin to see the little checkiness of it now. It's starting to show up. With this tail dragger, you don't see a lot. You have to sort of depend on the last minute, pitch it down enough you see it to come in. Try to line up on it. And then level it back up. A little off the line, but wind must be hitting. It's coming around. I see the indicator moving. Pretty good shake the other way. We ain't hurting too bad. We're right down the line. $134. Another 15 minutes. Well, I said there's the airport down to way out yonder. I lied about this. It looked like it, but it's gonna be it out there, I do believe. It did look like it there for a little bit. Guess I was seeing them little trees and stuff begin to come up. Look like pattern on the runway. Should be hard up to actually see it. Yeah, I can. I see it through the windshield now. About 300 feet, approaching minimum. I'll take over and set it down. This thing you sort of do a fly in stall. Don't she'll bounce real bad. Little raindrop force across the windshield. Out of marker. Light just come on. It's 8 miles. A lot of rough clouds around, but we're see the mountains out there I was talking about all the way around. Let the plane do the work. That's what it's all about.
One thousand. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000.
A double call, two different voices. One's the card, one's the plane. Cars got called out on too. And the multiple call outs usually because you're going down the backside of a little hill and you hold the same altitude to the ground even though you're coming down. So it just keeps calling. Now right here, I hear another, there he goes. Right over the top of me. At least he didn't go through me. Like I've had many to do. Only thing, now we get closer, the clouds get different, and we can't see the ground. I think we could come through just enough at the last minute we see how to land it though. After 500 feet, a big plane 500 feet is takeover point. This one, you can get down to 100, wouldn't hurt nothing. Coming down the glide slope. Alright, starting to show up something out there now. Runway's in sight. Finally got it. Won't be long, I'll take over. Still
500.
There's your 500.
500.
Next one is approaching minimum, I think. And at that point, I'll take over if I ain't already got it. Got the rabbits running down the runway there, little lights front. I'm
400.
Take it over right now. Autopilot going off. Now, the throttle will hold itself until you touch it. You don't even have to do nothing to it, but you take over anytime you want to the throttle by moving it.
300. Approaching minimums.
You don't move it, it'll hold its own. I'm doing the letting it down myself now. I'll get that a little lower. Little trim down, make a nose dip, and I'll put it back. There we go.
Minimums. 200.
There we go. I just took over the throttle.
$100. 100. 50. 50. 50. 40. 40. 50. 30. 30. 40. 20. 20. 30. 20. 10. 10. 10. 20. 10. 10.
On the ground. It was a pretty nice landing, I think. I held it a little too long, but it's alright. Still a nice landing. Didn't bounce it, didn't do that, just sat down like it's supposed to. When you make that little plane do that, you done your thing. Because it will bounce if you ain't careful. I probably got a pretty fair card with you too, I don't know. Check it in just about a minute or two. I ain't gonna go to the airport to get rid. Well, I guess I could go over and park it though. Be leaving it here overnight anyway, because I fixed to quit and leave the simulator running. I'll be going to bed just thinking. Machine's about a month old. It ain't had an hour's rest since 2 hours rest since I got it. I don't believe it's down the straight hours since I had it. I really don't. And it's recording right now as well as what you see. and it'll probably upload all night. If the video's in the account, it will. Go over and fill this thing up with fuel. What don't I can't whoa. Fill up fuel like cats on my card. I won't get paid for it. I almost forgot. I hit that sump pump right there, I'd lose my flight. That's one of the cancellation points. Cannot add fuel once you start the flight until you finish the flight. If you're going to fuel up, do it before you start the card. Alright, we arrived. We landed at minus 79, which is a pretty good landing at 50 knots of speed when we touch the ground. Turn the card in. Turn the card in another time. I got credit for the flight. There's 3 right there I ain't done yet. I accidentally got the wrong ones. I just left them in there, so I'll fly them later, maybe. Now I can fill it up before I stop the video. Top the tanks off. I always put in crossways. Let's see if we can get this right here. We'll tell them about what we're doing. Right there, I got 21% of fuel left after the flight. And right here should give me a tank full. Yep, 100%. Pull that over here and park it. Oh my grace. Right there. Like a park brake in there. I'm going to turn these lights off. Turn the power off to everything and bring this back. That's all of it. Now, I may still have some lights on. Let me check. I think everything's off. Appears to be. All the switches are off, yep. That's it. Well, that's it for tonight. This is Town Dog, and I'm checking out. I'll be checking the video out and see if I can get it up. Be stopping the recorder right now. Should have stopped. Didn't stop. Try it one more time.